Now here's something else that may or may not be amazing. I don't know, I haven't seen it. It's just a generic link. It starts now.
The original Django movie was an ultra-violent spaghetti western so full of this kind of carnage it was banned in Britain for many years. Quentin Tarantino's Django Unchained, however, is an outrageous action movie set against the laugh-a-minute backdrop of slavery.
Hello, you poor devils!
It stars Jamie Foxx as the eponymous Django, a slave freed and mentored by the idiosyncratic bounty hunter Dr. King Schultz. After making money in the bad guy shooting industry, Django and Schultz set out to rescue Django's missing wife Broomhilda from the clutches of racist shitbag Leonardo DiCaprio and his uncle Tom Housemaster, played by Samuel L. Jackson, disguised as Uncle Ben of 3 Minute Rice fame.
You scaring me.
Why is I'm scaring you?
Maybe she's racist.
Django plays fast and loose with anything resembling facts in a similar vein to Inglourious Bastards, which also ran around with a history book on its head farting the A-Team theme tune.
Like Bastards, Django is both grim and hilarious and contains both the tensest and funniest moments you'll see on a cinema screen this year, and a bit where a naked man has his penis shot off.
You had my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
Basically, it makes slavery worth it.
Joining me now to talk about Django are stand-up Susan Calman and human fact factory Richard Osman from Pointless, who has slaves himself.
I do, yeah, I do.
So this is the second film in a row where Tarantino has basically driven a bus through quite a sensitive topic. Because, I mean, in Inglourious Bastards, it was Nazis. This time, it's slavery.
I thought it was great. I mean, it's the same film as Inglourious Basterds. It's identical.
I was really pleasantly surprised how much I laughed in it as well. It's a film about slavery, but it's funny about slavery.
But you know what? Genuinely, on a serious point, he's made a film about slavery that people are going to go and watch. It's actually quite recent past, and you do forget what happened.
Yes, so but I mean, come on. It's not exactly a watertight historical document. This,
no, okay, so Spielberg made Amistad, and, you know, that's a proper, almost sort of documentary style, you know,
very
account
reverential
of slavery.
yeah.
Exactly. But, you know, I haven't watched it.
Yeah.
So Amistad is a worthy film, is what you're basically saying. You wouldn't go and see a worthy film about slavery, but you'll go and see a cartoon where a man gets his penis shot
I'm not
off.
going to see a film about slavery, essentially. I'm going to see a Quentin Tarantino film, as are lots of people. And, you know, it made me think about slavery
you don't care
it made
about
me think,
slaves?
Wow.
It sounds a bit like you don't really care about slavery. What you're saying is, I'll care about slavery if you throw in enough people having their penises shot off to amuse me. Me, the king. Like, amuse me. Come on, I demand entertainment before I'll even remember your suffering.
Afterwards, I thought for 45 to 50 seconds about slavery.
Which
I wouldn't have done. And also, across the country, lots of people thinking for 45 seconds about slavery, and that all adds up.
There's been a lot of talk about the amount of violence in the film and in films in general. There's a particular shootout in it where there's a guy he uses as a kind of human shield who just explodes like a bag of blood. And I was kind of helpless with laughter at that. Is that because I'm unhinged or what? Why wasn't the violence disturbing?
Well, it's not disturbing. I wouldn't say it's hilarious.
It was, you know, top 10 comedy moments, Dale Boy falling through a bar. Laughter. But it was funny in that it was quite cartoonish. There was so much. At one point, it was like someone throwing red paint at the screen.
There's a lot of blood. Whoever's in charge of the blood did a really good job.
Yeah.
Having done the Nazis and made the Nazis fun, and having done slavery and made slavery fun, what could Tarantino possibly tackle next?
I'd like to see him doing the suffragettes.
When you say doing the suffragettes, what do you mean?
Not him doing
holding
the
them
suffragettes.
down?
I would like to see Tarantino's take upon the suffragette movement, because they were actually quite violent, some of the suffragettes. They blew up churches, and also it was quite vicious the way they force-fed them through the mouth and also tried to feed them through the anus.
They force-fed suffragettes through the anus?
Through the anus. That's absolutely true.
That's not biologically possible.
Well, they didn't know a lot in those days, though. I'm not saying one would do it now. One wouldn't force-feed a woman through the anus now.
It honestly feels to me this discussion is for the red button.
Well, thank you very much for joining me. It's time to end this bit, which I've done really smoothly like that. Go away.